Welcome to the CAMPERVAN channel, the YouTube channel for all things VW camper. This series of videos is a step-by-step guide to the process of buying a Volkswagen Transporter and having it professionally converted into the campervan of your dreams. I've been through the process and trust me, it's a lot easier than doing the hands-on conversion work yourself, but you still have to be involved in a shed load of decisions and choices to make sure that you end up with exactly the campervan you're looking for. We dealt with picking the right transporter to convert in the previous video. Now it's time for what's probably the most crucial decision. Which converter are you going to trust with your van, your ideas and your money? In the UK, and I know this from spending far too long on the internet, there are over 100 independent converters, professional ones, who would be very keen to create your VW camper.
You found 100, there's probably more than that now because people start up all the time. The only thing that I always say to customers is when you are getting a van converted, thoroughly look into the company where you're going, check all their social media and their feedback and make sure they've got a lot of really good comments. I wouldn't get a van converted by anybody who's probably less than kind of 4-star.
The thing I found tricky when I did this was that it's not like buying a car. You don't walk into a showroom, see something, have a good poke around, perhaps go for a test drive. The problem is your campervan doesn't actually exist. And even if your converter has a few examples to show you, none of them are actually your van. And all campervans are different. That's the whole point. All I'm saying is that you really do need to investigate your converter's reputation, because going ahead with a conversion is always a bit of a leap of faith.
It's feedback, it's looking on their gallery, making sure they've got a good website with a history of building vans for a long time. And the only thing I would say is be careful of buying vans on eBay where you've got no idea who converted them, because it could have just been a man in a shed. And then you'll find if anything goes wrong with it, no one will repair it for you, because no one knows how it's been built.
There's much more detail on the whole process in this excellent little book by yours truly. You can take a look at it on Amazon using the link in the description below. Many converters start off making their own vans for their own use. If they do a good job, their friends and neighbours may think, oh, I'd like one of those too. And before long, they have an order book and sometimes end up with a company. So it would be wrong to dismiss hobby converters completely. But there's no doubt that sinking a considerable amount of cash and your trust in DIY Dave or a startup converter is not without considerable risk. And the sheer demand for converting campers mean there could well be cowboys out there trying to lasso your business with cut-price conversions.
It's like anything else. People think, oh well, everybody's making money building campers, we could do that. And there will be lots of them. However, I do think they'll all just fall by the wayside, and the better quality converters who have been around for a long time will always kind of shine through, because they've got better feedback on their websites, they've already got a proper website, and you can't make that thing overnight, can you?
At the other end of the scale, there are a handful of converters who offer assurance in the form of vehicle type approval. It's a kind of kite mark that's applied to specific camper designs. Sample vehicles are rigorously tested, including simulated crash tests. However, the process is long, complicated and expensive for converters, and only a handful go through it. The vast majority of reputable converters choose to use components that have internationally recognised test marks or have been approved by insurance companies to reassure customers about the safety and quality of their campers.
Again, it's down to looking into the company who build your van and making sure they use all TUV or insurance approved products. So your decent converters will use a proper bed system, will use a proper roof that are recommended either by the manufacturer or they have full insurance approval, and I would always go for that.
So the components can add up to that kind of reassurance for
yes,
people?
As long as you know the right products are going into that van. How you build it and the furniture and everything else is something else, but however the products are going in just need to be good quality products.
Is it worth asking a converter to actually see some of the work that they're either doing or have done? Should they let you see that?
Any converter that you go to, I would always want to see their demo van or a van that they have converted. And personally, I'd never buy a product if I can't actually physically see it, because otherwise you've got no idea what you're getting. So yeah, definitely, 100%.
So there you are. Choosing a converter is always going to be a bit of a leap of faith, But if you do your homework and you're confident about their reputation, there's no reason they shouldn't deliver exactly what you're looking for. But what are you looking for? Now you've got to brief your converter on exactly what you want. Trust me, the choices are a bit mind-boggling. In the next video, we'll go through all the choices you have to help you put together a really tight brief for your converter. So please subscribe to the channel, click on that bell icon, then you'll hear every time a new video comes off the assembly line. Don't forget that great book, The Beginner's Guide to Owning Your First VW Camper. It's all in the link below. But for now, thanks for watching.